Actions made by the connector are logged in both Acumatica and Magento, giving you peace of mind no matter what system you're in. Let's start by looking at actions logged in Acumatica. First, we can navigate to the connector log screen of the Magento connector workspace in Acumatica. All the actions made by the connector in Acumatica have been logged, and are sorted by the time they have been completed. In the message column, the hard-coded API message is listed, whereas next to that column, the Magento endpoint URL that the message was sent to is located, and a brief description is in the next column after that. The first two columns of the Acumatica log refer to info logging level and activity, and records can be searched by these criteria. Action type refers to the sync or process that was completed, such as a product sync or a data retrieval. Records can be set at 4 different logging levels. A successful transmission of a message is logged as an info level message. An unsuccessful transmission is logged at an error level message. If there is a possible issue with a connector action, the level message will render as a warning level, and if the action needs to be debugged or is undergoing debugging, it will log as debug. By selecting the log level of the sync that we want, we can easily filter out what actions and messages that we want to see. Additionally, selecting the action type, or what type of sync or action was made during the creation of the log record, can help us narrow down results. A user can also set the date and time range in which a message can be searched. If a user is looking for a specific message about an item or customer, the keywords can be searched for in the message field. In this example, let's type in bike, and all the records of messages with the word bike have now populated. Now let's take a look at where Magento actions are logged by the connector. There are 5 separate logs that are found in Magento: admin logs, bulk action logs, connector sync logs, developer logs, and order sync failure logs. The admin log tracks changes to configurations and preferences within Magento. In the Kensium AM connector workspace, click on admin logs. This log will have a record of all changes made to the connector's configurations and mappings. For example, this line here shows that a product attribute was added, as well as shows the username and IP address of the user who completed the action. If a user needs to see who initiated a change with the connector, the admin log is the place to look. Bulk action logs display information that's been received by Magento in bulk syncs. A bulk sync is defined as any sync initiated by the connector that includes more than one message. In the Kensium AM connector workspace, click on bulk action logs. Each bulk sync that has happened will be listed here, along with the start time, description of the operation, and status. Clicking on details next to the sync will display the details of the sync that took place successfully or unsuccessfully. Connector sync logs track all syncs and entities synced by the connector. In the Kensium AM connector workspace, click on Connector Sync Logs. This log contains individual records of each entity's creation or update, as well as its start and finish or fail time. These can be filtered using the fields at the top of the log. Clicking on the log ID will give details about the record and why the sync may have failed. Developer logs are instrumental in debugging errors that may happen with syncs. In the Kensium AM connector workspace in Magento, click Developer Logs. The records for each sync can be sorted by the group that the message was related to, as well as have notes as to the entity that was updated. For debugging, clicking on View in the Details column next to the record will show the hard-coded data for the message. The final log is the Order Sync Failure log, which tracks all failed order syncs to Acumatica. In the Kensium AM connector workspace in Magento, click Order Sync Failure. Failed orders will appear here with an error message detailing the reason for the failed sync. If a user wants to attempt to resync these orders, they can toggle on the box next to the order and select Sync to Acumatica from the Actions drop-down menu.